Nobody cares about the success of your business more than you do. I was reminded about this today where I was registering my business a name and address through the legal entities. We call it here in the UK Companies House, which is a legal entity. And the lady behind the desk, I had been coming to this office several times now over the last couple of days and weeks, filling in forms and ensuring that it was all correct. And when I went up to the counter, she was saying to me that given the name of the business, that it's the name of a location, we would have to send an email to the minister of the country so that they could approve it. Now, this is a common practice. On this occasion, she said, well, you're going to have to email them and or handwrite a letter. And I said to her, well, I said, can you email it? And she was like, she's kind of taken aback. She said, you're she as she sat down, she kind of laughed. She sat down. She said, "You're quite persistent," or words to that effect. Persistent in a good way. She said in a good way. It was a word like persistent or determined, and a word like along those lines. And I said, well, thank you. I take that as a compliment. And it made me think. You have to be like this if to get anything moving forward in your business, whether it's leaving your job, getting a promotion in your job, starting a business. If you're not resilient, if you're not genuinely stubborn and moving things forward, you'll never get anything done. Nobody's going to open the path for you and just say, oh, what's that? You want your dream? Oh, here it is, gift wrap for you. You have to be stubborn and not take no for an answer. And I am quite like that. Actually, when I'm thinking about it this afternoon after having that conversation, I am very, very determined, focused, and yeah, stubborn. Sometimes stubborn, and the things go wrong. I make decisions, and it turns out the outcome is negative. But look, I learned from there, and I will know next time to do it better. Setting up a business is something I've done several times, and I'm confident. Before the woman asked me, you need to show your ID document, your passport, your proof of address, your proof of office, all of these things I had prepared before she even asked me. I actually reminded her at the end that she needed to see my ID. The more you do something, the more smooth and confident you will get with the process. So much so that people in front of you themselves can just feel a presence. This person, I'm not going to get in their way. They know what they're after. People that are determined, resilient, the world just opens up, the opportunities open up. If you're always somebody shying away, if you're scared to ask that question or make that connection, you honestly you will never get anywhere. There's it reminds me of a story where when I moved to this country recently, and I'm starting my business, trying to get the connections with people. I walked past the building. It was again not in the process of being demolished, but it was falling apart, and it had a big banner saying for demolition, and it had an email address of a company that was conducting the demolition. I noticed this building had been here for a couple of months, so I got in touch with the company and I said, what's going on with this building? Has the construction stopped? Has it stalled? Is there some financial problems? Is there some way I can help? Always start out with helping. Through that conversation, they put me in touch with the company that was dealing with the demolition. And they had told me, yes, they're struggling or they're waiting for an investor to get involved and they haven't been in touch and things are kind of delayed. They got me in touch directly with the company. Through that connection, I started speaking to the owner and the person that was involved in the deal making. And I got myself involved, added some value, brought some investors to the table. And from that one email, I go past this building to this day. I still go past the building. They said that job is in hand. That's absolutely fine, no problem. I can't just wing my way into a deal. However, it got me in touch with the company and the individuals. I've got them on WhatsApp right now. I speak to them pretty much every day about other bigger deals that we're working on now when it comes to property purely by just seeing an opportunity there and going and not being scared to ask. Literally, it was just an email on a banner on the side of a building that's falling down, which has got me life changing connections and life changing opportunities to do business. And it comes as easy as asking a follow up question, following up. People, oh my, people hate to follow up. How many times is it that someone comes to you, asks you a favor, or suggests something? I had this the other day in our networking event. Someone said, "Oh yes, what you're doing, what I'm doing, this would be great for them." And they run a similar service that I could benefit from, that I, as the customer, could benefit from, but they haven't followed up. This has been 2 days now. I was just about to follow up to that person and say, hey, can you send me the details of your business? Like, how do I sign up? But they didn't get in touch. And I'm thinking, well, I've got enough to do on my plate running my business. I don't have to chase other people to use their business as well. And that's something that I say to you. If you're passionate about a goal, you've got a dream, you're trying to chase a bigger aspiration to what you're living to now, a bigger job title, uh, become independent, your own business, you're trying to grow your business, you cannot be scared of asking the questions and following up. I know it's awkward, but the more you do it, the better. The more times you follow up with somebody, even if you just call them and say, okay, and they set a date for the next week, 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away, that date will come. I remember I was following up with somebody and they were getting a bit annoyed because I was following up and they gave me a date far away, 6 weeks away. They were just like, they think this guy goes away. I put it on my phone and I'm following up 6 weeks later. The person, my idea is either the person says yes, they're interested in the business, or they literally just tell you to F off. I would rather somebody just said to my face, swore at my face and said, beat it, we're not interested, or we do business together. This middle ground of, you know what, we're not sure what we're doing. Is this a yes? Is it a no? Is it a maybe? I hate that middle ground. And you should as well. You should go and squeeze all the juice out of every opportunity, every single contact you've got, every single meeting that you have with somebody, squeeze the juice out of it. That's how you get the most out of your business, your connection, and your time. And I say this to you, and I mind myself at the same time. So many opportunities I have just in my contact book, in my phone. So many people that I could follow up with, and there's new connections. I could go back and find other opportunities within that connection. But you need to be sure you focus on what is important to move your business forward. I don't want you to be spreading yourself too thin. And again, I say this with having done this myself. Focus on what it is that is going to move your business forward. But remember, resilience. Squeeze every juice out of every single connection that you have. And don't take no for an answer. Take FU as an answer, that we're not interested in doing business with you. But don't just take, oh, we'll get back to you, or no answer. Don't accept no answer as a response. I hate that. Make sure to be resilient. Like this lady said to me at the counter, she said you're stubborn in a good way, or you're resilient, or she said some word along those effects where you don't give up easily. Because because I asked her to write the email on my behalf, I would handwrite it, and I said, well, could you just type it? Well, because what's the point in me typing it and just giving it back to her anyway? It's going from her company, so that was my logic. Why? Because I don't want more. I didn't want to go to this office and come back with more administrative work. Be resilient in your business. Be resilient in your life. Whatever it is you're trying to achieve, fitness goals, you're trying to buy that car, be resilient. Go speak to this dealer, go speak to that seller, go speak to more people. Make sure you don't take no for an answer. This is the key to success. And that's why I've been so successful in businesses and getting away from my corporate job. And sometimes it is quite aggressive. It feels like aggressive to somebody who's passive. They're like, oh wow, this guy's on it. This guy's on top of me all the time. He's never letting this thing go, like a dog with a bone, just like not letting the opportunity go. And the world just opens up to people like that. And I say that to you with all love and respect. You have to be more determined. If you're trying to reach your goals and dreams, you have to be more. Stop being such a pushover. Stop being such a pushover. Stop being so worried about what everyone else thinks. Because to be honest, they're not thinking about you. Nobody cares whether or not you reach your goals and your dreams. Nobody cares. Your mum might care, your dad might care, but the people around you don't care as much as you do, or you should do. You have to push. So think about it next time you feel, oh, I don't want to push. I don't want to push too far. There was somebody I spoke to 2 days ago, networking event. He's got a great business. My wife would love to use this service. They ship products in and out of the country. And where I'm from at the moment, they don't have Amazon. So this is an external service. I'm in the south of Spain. They have an external service where they bring things into Gibraltar. And my wife would love that service, someone to home deliver products to her, because it's not a very common system here. I know everywhere else in the world, Amazon is vibrant and there's a lot of opportunities, but where I am, there is not. So I asked them, well, why? What's your unique selling point, and why are you not pushing it? very humbly, is a little shy, don't want to push it, don't want to say I'm the best, all this kind of stuff. That is nonsense. You need to be saying you're the best. You're the best. My business is the best. Even if you're not, it's how you feel. Okay, it's how you come across, how you market it. You need to feel like you are the best. These people are coming in all humble, like, "Oh, I'm not going to say anything and I'm just going to sit here under the table and hope customers come and find me." That's not how business works. Nobody is going to just move out the way in line. Imagine there's a counter, okay, a counter, and there's people just handing out dreams at the front of the counter. There's a big long queue of people. Do you think everyone's going to just move out the way to say, okay, you go up ahead and you can get your dream first? No, everyone's in line. Okay, people are just standing there. People are getting leapfrogged. People are jumping in front of other people. People are not even in the building. People are outside at the bus stop, just not even thinking about it. And then there's people like you and I, people who just walk up to the queue and we walk with a swagger. People move out our way. They know this guy is not to be messed with. That's the kind of attitude I need you to have. Okay, the resilient attitude that nobody's gonna get in your way. I'm not saying do anything illegal, but ask the right questions to the right people consistently to start your business. A lot of people try to register a business. Oh, the website closed down, I couldn't do it, so you know what, I'll just go back and work for someone else for the next 40 years. Oh, this person, I tried to start a business, he said no, so I'll just like go back and not do anything. That's not how it works. Start a different business, look at different avenues, ask somebody. Stop taking no for an answer. Be resilient because nobody cares more about your business than you do. Simple as that. Okay, there's people that will help you, there's mentors that support you, but whether your business, whether you have enough money to pay your rent at the end of the month and to feed your family, only you care about that more than anybody else. Well, you should do. And if you're expecting someone else, like a mentor or your peers or your colleagues, to care about that, they're not going to care about that. It's all on you. So I want you to not take no for an answer. Be resilient to the point where people say, this person is stubborn. I hear that a lot from my wife, people that are close to me. Stubborn. Do not let it go. If you've got something to do, you've got a goal and a dream, I want you to think about it just now. What is it that you could do today to move forward your dream? What is it you could do? Reach out to that one person, email that one person, go back and ask that contact that said no to you, someone you met at a networking event. What is it you could do? You want to start a business? Okay, maybe today is the day. Write down your step plans, how to do it. This is the way forward. So this is what we do in this community. We help entrepreneurs start their businesses. We give them a step-by-step plan to be able to break free from the 9 to 5. And trust me, I'm going to be on top of you. I'm just like pushing you hard. Okay, you should be determined, but I will definitely push you. And we have a community in this entrepreneurs network to help you get to your goals. Okay, the determination needs to come from you, but we are here to support and guide you. But it needs to come from you. So click on the link around this video here. I'll see you inside the community. Be resilient. No one gives a toss about your dreams more than you do. So just start chasing them with a bit more aggressiveness and a little bit more hunger to reach your goals.